What's going on, everybody? Art here. I am out of the reclining chair, thank God, healing good. I can't tell you how much YouTube consumption I've done, but what I've been watching a lot of are watch collections because I'm really into watches, but not in a professional way. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you the reference numbers. I don't know shit about any of that, okay? But I've watched all these collection videos of these like super rich and super this and super that, and I'm sitting here going, it got boring. It's the same 5 watches. It's the same Audemars Piguet, Patek Philippe, this Rolex, that Rolex. And the reality of it is, as somebody who's been in the finance industry for almost 15 years, I see the value in those watches. I actually own some of those watches. We're not even gonna talk about any of those watches today. I don't even have them here. I wanna go over what this channel is about is being for the people, the real people out there who are working a 9 to 5 and may not have the money to buy a $10,000 Rolex and celebrate that way, or may not even have the money to buy a $100 watch. But does that mean you're not allowed to buy a watch? Absolutely not. So I really want to go into this segment and go over these watches, and I'm going to try to recollect the prices of them, but let's do it. Let's dive in. So I'm gonna go over the 4 most important watches to me. More important than my Rolex, more important than my Patek. These are very significant in my life. And the first one was this Michael Kors watch that I got, and it was a gift from my aunt and her late husband, my uncle, who has passed away from cancer. And he was notorious for being very cheap and frugal, but he liked me a lot. And when he realized I liked to wear nice things, he got me this watch. I think I was in like freshman years. Michael Kors at the time was like the daddy of watches. Everybody and their mother wanted a Michael Kors watch, and I think Michael Kors ended up selling to the Fossil Group. I don't know what's much happened to it, but this is my only Michael Kors watch. Well, since I've been dabbling in watches again and grabbed all my watches, some of these don't even have batteries that work, so I need to go take these in for batteries. But the significance of this watch for me is very important because I can never get another gift from my uncle because he's passed away from cancer. So this is always going to be a memory of that. Next up would be my King Tigran the Great Armenian watch. So my aunt sent me this watch, which actually has an inlay of silver, essentially like a silver coin that's inlaid with a movement behind it. It's a quartz movement, just like this Michael Kors. It's not an automatic. I don't even think it's very expensive because silver now is crazy, but at the time I was gifted this watch from my aunt. It was, I don't even know how much it is. It could be a $50 watch, it could be a $100 watch, but I don't really care because it means everything to me that my aunt got me this. And this one's battery is dead too, so I need to go replace this battery. But I love wearing this watch because the thing is, it's a very classy looking watch. It's a black strap on just real silver, and it's so cool to me because it's all in Armenian. Even when I'm out at like events, most people, because they've never seen it before, are like, what is that? Where can I get one of those? And I'm like, you have to go to Armenia. I don't even know where my aunt got it from, but it's a really cool watch and I'm a big fan of it. So that's that. This watch, my Movado, it's a special edition gold-plated Movado. This watch really was popular I think I got this as a graduation gift from my family, my mom and my dad, and it is a very well-worn watch. I do have some watches that I purchased when COVID was happening, prior to COVID, and then I flipped them when the prices kind of 4x'd. So a lot of the Rolexes that I purchased, I ended up flipping and not really rebuying because I bought them with a few hunches from a lot of professionals in the industry. I'm fortunate enough that one of my clients is one of the largest Rolex private dealers in the country. I think just in marketing alone, when we do his profit and loss statements, he's spending about $5 to $6 million in just advertisement alone, but he's a dominant force in the Rolex game. So whatever I wanted, he always took care of me and made sure everything was certified and legit. The last Rolex I sold was a Hulk. I bought it at like 17, 18. I think I sold it for like 35, 40. So it was a good little come up. You know, I understand the value of the watches. A lot of people say it's a way to convert currency and all that, and I get that, but to be honest with you and myself, as a licensed realtor and financial advisor, it's like, I would rather buy raw bullion, not now because it's crazy as the crash. I'm sure it's going to crash, and when that happens, I'll probably re-up because I always buy gold and silver. But I'd rather buy real estate and raw bullion. And Happy Jewelers actually says, and shout out to those guys, they're fantastic, but Happy Jewelers says, well, you wore the watch, you got to enjoy it, and you took a 10% loss, so it's not that big a deal. But it's like, I don't like that mentality. It's like, I get it. If you wear it because you love it, then go for it. But I don't want to wear anything with a loss and be like, well, I only lost a little. Why would I want to lose in general? And I feel like real estate, if you buy smart, and bullion, if you buy at the right time, it's never a loss. Buy what you like, wear what you like. And I truly believe that because I love these watches. I wear these watches every day. The two watches that I have that are the most expensive watches that I own, which I don't even want to talk about them because, again, they're not unattainable for 99th percentile of the population, and the only reason I was fortunate enough to obtain them is through clients because of sticky situations that they needed to get out of, so I got it for the price you wouldn't even ever believe. So we'll just leave it at that. Next up, really important watch to me. When I first started my company, my brother got this watch for me, and it is not a cheap watch. My two most expensive watches would be these watches. I think if you're lucky to find this watch, it's a very difficult watch to find because I didn't make this gold variant very long. I don't even know what the actual name of this one is. I know the silver one goes for like $4,000, but the gold one, if you can find it, I think it's like between $5,000 and $7,000. This is a Tag Heuer tachymeter for the Formula One, and I received this watch as a gift from my brother when I took the leap of faith and started my company in 2022. But because I'm so active after I found my new lifestyle in 2024, it's dinged up, it's chipped, the band is scratched, and I love it. Because again, none of these watches for me are investments. I don't really care if somebody were to offer me money for them. I probably wouldn't sell them because, again, these watches mean more to me than just the financial aspect of it. So I love this watch. This watch always reminds me that your family's always there. And I'm fortunate to say the most important watches I have were given by members of my family. So this Tag Heuer Formula One given by my brother, I love this watch to death. I wear it all the time. I've beaten the shit out of this watch and I don't care. Why? Because that's what you're supposed to do with your stuff, man. You're supposed to wear it. You're supposed to enjoy it. You're supposed to, if I give somebody a gift, do I want it to be a passenger princess? Hell no, I want to see somebody beat the shit out of this watch. Why? Because I want to know that you like it enough to wear it every day. So I make sure to give this watch a lot of wear as well. This one, as a kid, was in love with the Rolex Day Date, I think it was, on the Jubilee. And Seiko makes this quartz movement, and it is essentially the closest thing to it at the time when I bought this, when I was in high school, that I could get. And I've been fortunate enough to wear a real Day Date and own a real Day Date that I eventually sold during the watch craze. And to be honest with you, it makes no difference to me. Actually, this one I like more because I know what I had to do in high school to get this, right? So I did a lot of odd jobs, saving up, because I think at the time this watch was like $200 or $300, and as a high school kid, I don't got it like that. I never had it like that. I didn't grow up with money, so I'm not gonna sit here and give you the same story every YouTuber. I was homeless, I slept on a couch. Like, no, I mean, I grew up in the Soviet Union with my family, and we never were rich. We definitely weren't well off. We struggled, and we made something of ourselves in this country with hard work and determination, and I can't thank my parents enough for the opportunity. So yeah, I like this watch. I love this watch a lot. As you can tell, it's a lot smaller on my wrist these days because I have lost so much weight, and I find it pretty funny because I look at it and I go, man, this thing's like designed for a child with the wrist size, but apparently I am that child size now, so that's that. One I just picked up. Big fan. I was so excited for this watch. One of my good friends in LA drove an hour just to get me this watch, and I haven't even taken the sticker off of it because I just recently bought it because it was snowing in Geneva when he went and got it. So this is the watch that was almost impossible to get, and it is the Omega collaboration with the MoonSwatch, and it's the Snoopy edition. So the snowflake that you get is different on every watch. I love this watch. I think it's so cool because I know the importance of the Omega Speedmaster and what it's done and how it was the first watch on the moon, and I think that's super cool. I don't think it's cool enough to pay $7,000 for it. Whereas this watch is $490 if you're lucky enough to walk into a MoonSwatch store or Swatch store during Geneva's snow in Switzerland. Fortunately, my friend Narek, who picked this up for me, he ended up ordering the blue one for himself on eBay, and that is a beautiful watch. So the fact of the matter is, we were talking yesterday, he's like, dude, I'm so glad you told me about this watch because I don't like gaudy watches, and this to me is perfect. It was in the color he liked. It was the blue one, and I love the white one. I really do, and you can see Snoopy chilling there. On the back, it says, I beat everybody, because that's Omega's way of saying, hey, we made it to the moon. Rolex didn't, you know, all these other companies didn't. So this is one of my new pickups. Fantastic. I picked it up at MSRP, which was great. So I'm really happy about that. I have a G-Shock watch, but this was a gift for Christmas. It's a really heavy duty watch. It's a North Edge watch. I mean, it does so many things: steps, altitude, compass, latitude, longitude, wind. I mean, it's crazy. This thing is essentially ChatGPT on a wrist, and it's a cool watch. I don't really have like a crazy story about it. It's a pretty thick watch. I don't like wearing it often, especially now that my wrists are so thin, so it doesn't really wear comfortably, but it's a cool watch. And you know, if somebody, or this probably be the only one, if somebody's like, oh, I'll buy that off you for a couple $100, I'm like, all right, here you go, because I don't get much use out of it. Going into the box, and this is one of my watch winders that I have. It's a 6+6. I actually have another one that's on the way, because I have a few more mechanical watches that I want to put in here that I just picked up, which are some mod watches, which are freaking awesome, and I can't wait to talk about those. But we'll talk about this watch brand. This is a watch brand out of Italy, and they're called Venezia Nico. They're a Venetian company based in Italy that makes these watches. And this is the Redentor 40. I love the dial. I think it's gorgeous the way that it sparkles. This watch brand, to me, because of the quality that they're putting out in Italy, it was small family-owned business by two brothers making these watches. I think this is going to be a big watch brand in the near future. So I'm really big, and I wish them nothing but success. But this is one of the like cooler watches that I have. This is definitely like a dress watch. If I wear a suit, I probably would wear something like this, because I think it is a statement piece with a nice blue or black suit. I think the dial is absolutely gorgeous, so that's probably what I would do. And this watch, this is one of the pricier watches too. This one I think I want to say is like $700, $800, and then with shipping. But again, you know, I watched a lot of videos of like affordable watch brands, and everybody, and no offense to anybody who likes these watches, I don't like these watches that I'm about to name off, because everybody, oh, the Tissot PRX, it's a beautiful watch for money and blah 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 blah. I went in person to go see that watch when I went walking to the mall with my wife, and we went into the watch dealer, the authorized dealer inside the mall, and it was like, okay, I guess. I mean, the price wasn't anything crazy. It's like an $800 watch, the automatic version, but I just don't like it. I just don't. The Hamiltons, I understand. And again, I'm not talking about the history of these brands. I'm talking about the realistic, like, what I want to wear, what I like to wear. I don't like the Tissot PRX. I don't care for it. I don't want one in my collection. And I don't care about Hamilton and the khaki field watch. Like, I get, again, its importance in history, but I don't wear a watch for its history. I wear a watch because I like the watch. So, going into one of my favorite Homage watches, which a lot of these ones you're going to see now are Homage watches, which you can pick up on Amazon for like $20-$30. I'll be honest with you, not a single person would say $20-$30 worth of a watch. Like, I've worn these in countless videos. I've worn all of these watches in podcasts, and I just like them, man. And this is a Homage watch to the Konstantin Chaikin Joker watch, which I love, but I don't love it enough to spend $16,000-$15,000 on it. So $30, I'll wear that all day. And it's a simple quartz movement. It's a cheapy watch, but it wears well. It looks nice. People definitely be like, what are you wearing? And I'll be like, oh, dude, you know, check it out. It's a Homage watch. It's like $30 on Amazon. You can't go wrong with it. I really like it. I'm big into, obviously, collectibles. So having something that looks like that. And see, when I drop it like this, I don't even care. If this was a Rolex or one of my other expensive watches, like, oh no, what did I do? Like, that's the other thing. Like, they need to work, right? They just need to work for me and do what I need it to do. So I love this watch. It's a really cool watch. These are two Homage watches as well to the Patek Philippe, the Aquanaut, and the Nautilus and all that stuff. And again, I've owned one of these before, the real one, and it sits in a safe, which the deal I got on it was absolutely insane through a client after it was verified and everything. And again, I'm not even going to talk about that. That's a Princess Safe Queen watch, because that's something that I'm just going to sell once I find a buyer for it. But I love these watches. They're $30. They look just as good. I can't tell you how many people ask me, is that a AP? Is that a Patek Philippe? I'm not AP. Is this a Patek Philippe? And I go, no, it's a Nibosi. It's a cheap watch brand on. Well, this one's a Legini or whatever the brand is. It's a cool watch. I use these to my pickleball. I wear these in pickleball all the time. Very cool quartz watches. They look great. They act great. People think that they're the Patek Philippe, and when I tell them, no, it's just a $20, $30 watch that I use when I play pickleball, because it's a really nice dial. And I've hung out in groups with billionaires, and again, after a certain point, it's like, they don't care. I mean, yeah, they appreciate that stuff, but when they're wearing theirs and I'm wearing mine, yeah, I don't sit there and try to pretend like this is a real one. It's not. But if I wanted to wear the real one, I have one. But again, that's not what it's about. I beat up my watches. I wear the shit out of them. All these watches are scratches, worn. You can see that clearly in the bands, and I don't want a passenger princess of a watch. So next watch up, Zoom Pi. Again, I'm not going to go too into it. It's like a Daytona Homage watch. I think I paid like 60 or 70 bucks. I love wearing this watch too. It looks great, feels great. The chronograph thing works. I never use it. I don't need the extra time zones. I really don't care about that stuff. I just like the way it looks. These are really good dress shoes watches in my opinion. Again, nothing crazy. Amazon, pick it up. I think it's like 60 or 70 bucks. This one was cool. This was given to me by a client. I really like this watch. I think it looks awesome. I don't know what the brand is. I can't read the stupid brand. I don't know where he got it from, but I love it. It's a really cool watch. I don't know if this is supposed to be an homage watch to something. I don't even know how much this watch cost. And honestly, it doesn't really matter how much this watch costs, because the fact that it was given to me in general is just fantastic. So I like this watch. It's a beautiful dial on it. I enjoy wearing it. I don't know if it's expensive, I don't know if it's not, but I've shown you plenty of watches here that aren't expensive, and I've shown you plenty of watches here that are kind of expensive, and some that I think are expensive. So there's definitely things here to fit every budget, honestly. And the last three that I want to go over, these new acquisitions, all of these are the same watch. They're all Bulova Marine Stars. I just love these watches. I picked them up during a Christmas sale at the mall during the Bulova dealership, and I got a really good price on them. I think these watches retail like $600 to $800 a watch, and when you bundle them together, the store had a discount and everything. So I think I paid like $550 or $600 a watch after everything was said and done. I don't really remember, but I love them. I love this watch. I think it's such a cool color and concept. I'm a big fan of these rubber straps. I don't like these metal straps as much these days because I'm exercising so much, and this feels comfortable on your wrist. And these are like diver watches essentially, because they go up to 200 meters. They're automatic movements, beautiful, beautiful watches. I got every single one that they had at the store because I love the colors of this watch. And the funny thing was, I went to show my brother, and my brother had the one color that I didn't get at the store. Like, they didn't have it at the store. So I was like, oh, you have this watch too? He's like, yeah, it's one of my favorite watches. And again, my brother could afford to wear anything, and he still chose to rock his Bulova, because he's also, you know, sold all of his Rolex. We kind of do things a lot together. So he sold his watches, I sold my watches, so it was really cool. There's a watch here for every price point. I don't think you should be pressured into buying a Tissot. If you don't like it like me, don't buy it. If you don't like Hamilton, like I think they're great watches, I just don't want one. Buy what you think looks cool. You know, as far as like replica watches go, I mean, somebody could argue and say Homage watches are just replica watches, but none of these say like Rolex or Patek Philippe or any of that on there. So I wear these proudly. I don't pretend that there's something they're not. So I really don't care about that. So that's just my take on it. So that's my watch collection, guys. And I truly feel like this is something that there's a watch in this box that everybody can find one that they can afford and can fall in love with. Wear what you want, wear what you like, and don't go into financial hardship over things. Early in my career, I was all about Louis Vuitton and Hermes and this. It's all bullcrap, guys. Just buy what you like, buy what you wear. Most of my clothes I get at Kohl's now. I did a lot of wholesale distribution in my career as well. I have made clothes from scratch, not like, drop shipping brands. I mean, like actually manufacturing clothes in Singapore, China, and Pakistan. And I can tell you that a lot of your biggest companies were in those factories, and they were paying less because their MOQs, they were ordering more than we were, but they were paying like $30 for a shirt, and then they were selling it for like $800, $800. We were paying $40 for a shirt, we were selling it for $100. Again, comment down below, which one of these was your favorite watch? And I'm sure I'm gonna get some, hey, Homage watches this. I don't care. Again, a lot of these have stories, and a lot of them I just picked up because I'm like, it's $30, it looks cool, I'll wear it. I don't care. I'm not trying to impress anybody. How I impress people is with my accolades. The fact that we do real estate, the fact that we do taxes, the fact that we do bookkeeping, the fact that we do this. How can I sit there and be a financial guidance pillar in the community. Meanwhile, I'm over here spending this amount on watches and this amount on watches, when that's a down payment on a condo, that's a down payment on a duplex, triplex, so on and so forth. So I'm not a watch expert. I was fortunate during the COVID hype to sell off a bunch of my expensive watches through my client who told me, hey, this was what was going to happen. And I trusted his instincts because he's been around the game. But aside from that, you're probably never going to really see me wearing those watches unless you're at one of the events that I'm at, whether it's a gala, whether it's me hosting seminars at the universities like they asked me to come and speak. But even then, sometimes I'm hard pressed because I like these watches. Yeah, man. That's Art signing out. And comment down below. I want to know which one of these was your guys' favorite. So I'd love to hear it.